The Outlook setup I'm going to show you saves me hours every month. And the surprising part, almost no one knows about these simple but incredibly effective rules. But you don't need to be a Microsoft Pro like I am to use them. Trust me, after helping millions of people with my tutorials here on YouTube, I know exactly how to make this simple for you. So today I'll walk you through 6 easy rules you can set up right now to build your own high-impact workflow and save hours of valuable time every month. This first rule is all about making sure the most important emails never get lost in the noise. If your boss or a key client sends you something, you want it to jump out at you instantly, not get buried under newsletters and random updates. So here's how Outlook can help you and how I set it up. Go to the View tab at the top and click View Settings. Choose Conditional Formatting and then click Add and give your rule a name like Boss Email or VIP Clients. Click Font, pick a bold color like dark red or deep blue and make it bold. Then click Condition and in the From field, type the exact email address of your boss or client. Once you confirm and close everything, those emails will stand out the moment they hit your inbox. Talking about standing out, if you want to take your Outlook and overall Microsoft 365 skills to the next level, you can save more time, reduce mental load, and actually finish what matters. Check out my Microsoft 365 Productivity Masterclass. The link's in the description below, and it's packed with practical step-by-step lessons just like this one, so you can set up things once and keep reaping the benefits every day. This next rule is perfect for keeping all your project-related emails in one place, so you're not digging through your inbox to find that one update you need. If you're juggling multiple projects, it's a real game changer. The only catch is that it works best when those emails have a common word or phrase in the subject line. That's always the same. For example, I use it to automatically move all messages from my HR system into a specific folder. It's a quick way to keep certain types of emails organized without you ever having to touch them. In Outlook, find an email related to the project you like and right-click it. Choose Rules, then create rule. Tick the option for Subject Contains and add a keyword or project code you use consistently. Tick Move the item to folder and either select your project folder or create a new one. Once you save the rule, every new email with that keyword will skip the main inbox and go straight to its folder, ready for when you need it. By default, the email will stay marked as unread until you open it in that folder, which is great if you want to have a visual reminder to check it later. But if you'd rather have them marked as read automatically, just click Advanced Options when you're setting up the rule. On the second page, where it asks what you want to do with the email, choose Mark it as read along with Move it to the specific folder. And from then on, those emails will land in the right place and already be marked as read. No extra clicks needed. Rule number 3 is for those emails that aren't just information or spam. It's for all those to-dos that arrive in your inbox. Things like client requests, approval reminders, or action points from a colleague. Instead of letting them sit in your inbox until you remember to act on them, Outlook can flag them for follow-up the moment they arrive. So they appear in your task list without you lifting a finger. This is especially useful if you rely on your task list to plan your day and don't want to constantly cross-check your inbox. In Outlook, go to the File tab and choose Manage Rules and Alerts. Click New Rule and start from a blank rule for messages you receive. Add a condition like with specific words in the subject and type in trigger phrases you see often in your daily work. Things like action required, to do, or follow up. For the action, choose flag message for follow up and set a start date or reminder that works for you. And from now on, every email that matches those trigger words will show up in your task list automatically. No more scrolling back through your inbox to figure out what still needs doing. And the best part is your Outlook to-do list also syncs with Microsoft To Do and Planner, so you can see and manage those tasks wherever you work. If you want to get more guidance and a deeper look at how all those synchronizations work across Outlook, To Do, Planner, and even OneNote or Loop, check out my productivity masterclass via the link below. But for now, let's look at tip number 4. It's about those emails that we all get, but who don't really need us. They just land in your inbox because you're in the loop. Maybe it's a support request, a status update, or a form submission. Even if you're not the one who needs to handle that request, you might still find yourself forwarding those messages anyway. But the good news is there's a much easier way than doing it manually every single time. In fact, Outlook can send them straight to the right person or shared mailbox automatically, so you never have to touch them again. It's like quietly removing a whole category of work from your plate. Of course, we are setting up another rule via the Manage Rules and Alerts menu. Create a new rule, starting from a blank rule for messages you receive. Then set a condition, for example, from people or public group, if it always comes from the same address, or with specific words in the subject, if there's a consistent keyword. You can also choose both, but then both conditions need to match the email. Otherwise, the rule won't apply to it. Then set the action to forward it to people or public group and choose the colleague or shared mailbox. Skip the third step where you can define any exceptions, unless you have any, such as if the email is marked as important. And then save the rule. And from then on, those messages will bypass your inbox and go exactly where they are needed. It's a small change that can save you from acting as the middleman for repetitive, low-value emails, freeing up your inbox and your headspace for the things that really matter. Now, once you've dealt with routing emails to the right place, the next step is making it instantly clear which ones deserve your attention. Because sometimes it's not just about moving emails, it's about instantly knowing what they're about without even reading them. That's where the next tip comes in handy and can save you time and mental energy every single time you open your inbox, especially when you're scanning for what needs attention first. Color coding your emails can give you that quick visual cue. Maybe all emails from finance show up in green, marketing in purple, or urgent topics in bold red. One glance and your brain already knows where to focus. To set this up, go to the View tab and click View Settings. Choose Conditional Formatting and then add a new rule and give it a name that matches the group or topic, for example, finance or marketing. Click a font, pick a color and style, and then set the condition. That could be all emails from a specific domain, like @finance.company.com, or messages with urgent in the subject line. Once you save it, every matching email will automatically appear in that color, making your inbox a visual map of priorities. Talking about priorities, if you want more Microsoft 365 tips like these, check the link in the description to join my free newsletter. You'll also get a 7-day mini masterclass with my favorite time-saving tips for Outlook, OneNote, To Do, Teams Planner, and Loop. Now, speaking of keeping things organized, let's look at one last rule that can really keep your inbox clean and save you manual effort. If you get a high volume of emails every day, you know how easy it is for invites to slip down your inbox before you've even had a chance to open them. One minute they're near the top, the next they're buried under a wave of new messages. And that's how meetings get missed. But by moving all meeting invites into a dedicated folder, you make sure they're never hidden among dozens of unrelated emails. You'll always have a clear, easy-to-check spot for anything that requires you to accept, decline, or check details without the risk of overlooking something important. In Outlook, open Rules from the Home tab and choose Manage Rules and Alerts. Create a new rule starting from a blank rule for messages you receive. set the condition to which is a meeting invitation or update, and then choose the action, move it to the specific folder, and select your calendar folder or create a new one. Select any exceptions if you would like, and otherwise just leave this step blank and save the rule. From then on, meeting requests or updates will go straight to this folder. And as I mentioned earlier, Outlook integrates seamlessly with Microsoft To Do. And if you're not using it to its full potential, you are missing out. To Do is surprisingly simple, but packed with powerful features. So watch this video next, where I'll walk you through everything you need to know to start using Microsoft To Do like a real pro.